Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Hypnotic and this is Vintage Story and I'm in 1.19.1. Yay! Besides a few of the little issues that you saw in the last video, everything is really going smooth. I'm really anxious to kind of get out of here, but I'm also anxious to do a couple of things around here, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to work on the clock tower a little bit more. I'm going to try to get it done over this video. And then I'm also going to show you what I've been gathering up to take with us on our adventure elsewhere. And then the very next episode, we're going to go back to the Resonance Archive and we're going to see if we can find the new room. I'm actually probably going to be in with the Bohemians before I actually record this side, so I might know where it is by then. It'll be fun with a group. It'll be really fun with a group. Give me a little more confidence going in solo. So you guys, let's get going. I'm gonna make sure I have what I need to gathered up to work on the clock tower. It is a very drizzly, cloudy day out there. I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I think that really the only thing I needed was my bucket of white dye. I left my bucket of black dye up here, but we're gonna use white for this circle. Now I realize last episode I told you I would put the design up and I never did. That's okay because we were just working on a big circle, but I'm gonna put the design up now so you can see it's just a basic simple clock. We might do a little bit more decorating on the background, but what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna revisit this Jonas paintbrush and we're actually gonna pick up the white dye that I just set down and we're going to backfill this with white here so it glows. And then we're gonna do look at that. So I just put the white dye in my #1 slot, and then I am just right clicking with the Jonas paintbrush, and it will turn all of that packed dirt into a glowy white block. Now I'm gonna do this right now. Oh my gosh, my Jonas paintbrush just died. Wow. Okay, let's go make a new one. The Jonas paintbrush does not have a lot of durability on it, and I used it a lot on the neon sign, and obviously I need a new one. So what we need to do is we need to get a regular paintbrush, wait a minute, I think you have to have a steel paintbrush. So let's go make another one. Distractions, god dang it, I want to get this done. Let's look through our Jonas parts that we have. I don't know what kind of combinations it is. Okay, we can use the combination of those two plus a steel paintbrush. So I'm going to use this one and this one. And I'm only going to grab one of each, which is nice because I have 4 of each of those. And then we'll go make a steel paintbrush. Unless I already have one, it's very possible that I already have one. I know I have a paintbrush over here somewhere, but I don't know whether it's steel. It might be iron. Yeah, that is an iron paintbrush. So we're gonna make a steel paintbrush real quick. So let's grab a thing of steel. It's been a couple of in-game days, as you might notice. I have been making iron arrows. Both for my journey and for the Resonance Archive, because I don't know whether we're going to need to kill the boss again. So we'll have to find that out. A disclaimer on the iron arrows, guys. I'm hoping that you know this, but in case you don't waste your time making plates. So let's go over this. If you make a plate, it's so much easier to hammer out the arrows. But you should spend a little bit more time because you can get 9 arrows out of 1 ingot of iron. You just have to be careful of the way you smith it. So don't waste 2 ingots making a plate and then getting 9 arrows. Just use 1 ingot and get 9 arrows out of that ingot. Especially, I mean, I guess if you're floating in iron and don't want to take the time to hammer out the 9 arrows out of the 1 ingot, go ahead and make yourself a bunch of plates and then just hammer it out. But you're using double the iron that way for 9 ingots. Okay, let's do that, and let's do a paintbrush. It gives us 2. Well, how nice. Do I have a hammer? I do. I forgot to put some stuff away. And we have 2 paintbrushes. Let's throw them in the water. Where did... Yeah, there we go. Pull them off. And make another Jonas paintbrush. So I think it was like this. There we go, a new one. And we'll save this one for another one that we're probably gonna need eventually. Let's put this stuff away this time. Okay, I'll meet you up at the clock. Okay, there is my glowy background. Now I've put these little notches in to do the center, so what we're going to do now is we are going to spend some time putting the letters back, the numbers back in, and I am just going to try to zoom through this. So let's go. So I just got my center here where I need to start just by taking out some of those blocks, and then I'll just put them back in, and then once I start the position of them, it should go a little easier. There we go. The 12. The 1. 20. 2. Done. It's taken me a while, guys. 3. My wheel is slowly going down. Such a negative place. We need positive vibes here. And there is the 4. I gotta fill in my little spaces that I'm using as spacers as I go, though, so I don't forget. 4. 5 is next. And there's the 5. Putting back in the spacers. Oh, look at that! Looking very cool. It's only the middle of the night and I'm only going crazy. So we're fine. We're fine. Stop moaning, Hypi. And there is the 6. I'm going to double check this one because this one tricked me a little. Looks good. The 6. I need to get the spacing right because the spacing is super important because a clock is very symmetrical. And she made it very symmetrical. So if it's not symmetrical after I'm done, it's totally my fault. 7. There is the 7. Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking so good. Okay, 8. Yeah, there we go. I got it. The 8. Ladies and gentlemen, the 8. Can I get this done before I go insane? I don't know. I might be off on this one. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of figuring out because this one is off from my chart. Okay, something is definitely off between 8 and 9, so what I'm gonna go up to do is the 11 and 10 and see if I can work backwards. It might be my circle that may be a little bit bigger than Salty's or something, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. I think my 9 is a little too short too, so we're going up to the 11 now. That should be the 11. I think it looks good. Okay, I think that's the 10 done. I'm gonna fill in this space. I have to go take a break though because I don't want to be having a temporal storm around me. A little personal temper tantrum, a storm. So I'm gonna go get myself calmed down a bit. Then we will look at what the problem is with the 9. I don't know. Here I am in my happy place. My wheels. Oh, except for we're in a storm. I did decide to put a little table and chair out here just so I had a little spot. I do need to decorate behind this maple though. But look at my view. It's a pretty awesome view. This is my happy place. Look how positive my wheel is here. Okay, we're gonna go back up as soon as I can regain my sanity with a little bee noise and flower action. You guys, look at my arms. This is really bad. I just turned to look at myself and this is what's happening. Those are my arms. And that is my empty crock of food. And as I move around, so I'm just kind of looking around as I look onto my body. I am sitting on this chair, so my legs are hanging off the side. And I have a little bodily issue. Okay, so now I just have to figure out that 9. I think it needs to come down and over. I'm not sure what's wrong. I'm gonna look at my pattern and figure it out. Now that I do have the others down, I can kind of adjust it. I'm not sure what's going on here. I might have fixed it. We're gonna stand back and look right now. I'm gonna still have to fill in. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know. It looks like it's still a little bit high and a little bit over. Let's fly. What did I do wrong? Salty. Sorry. I think it needs to come over 1 and down 1 maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna try to move it over and down 1. Yes. That's better. I think. The 3 looks a little higher than the 9, but we're gonna call that good. Look at that, you guys. Okay, so now I gotta do the center arms. So that's next. Oh, I like it. It may be a little askewed, but I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but in crochet there's such a thing as, you know, like making mistakes. Probably in any art, you make mistakes and a little bit of your soul goes into the project. That's what's going on here. A little bit of soul in my project. A little bit of soul's going into it. Okay, now I gotta find the exact center because I'm not positive that is the exact center, so I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that center in with this black, and then the center, I'm just gonna slowly work this out because the center is a little confusing. I am in this really wicked storm and I'm really hoping I don't get struck by lightning. Have you guys ever seen the tattoos that people get when they get struck by lightning? I mean, I know they're not tattoos, but they are quite a badge of honor, I would say. I mean, if you survive a lightning strike and you get one of those little, you know, markings, I'd say that's a badge of honor. I've been really close. I used to do wildlife studies because I actually have a zoology degree, and I was up on a ridge one time when the lightning was really close and you could smell and taste the ozone, you know? Creepy as hell. Okay, now we're going down this way. This is actually very easy compared to the numbers. But I'm not going to say that it's 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to say that I'm doing it right until I actually back it up and look at it. Okay, I think I got it. Let's look at it. Okay, why doesn't that look in the center to me? It looks like it's off. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, that's the center, so I'm gonna look at the design really quick. That's the center. I'm gonna make sure I have the I'm looking at the design. And 4 on that side of it. Yep, that is the center. It may look a little wonky. I don't know why it looks a little wonky, but that is the center. I just confirmed that that's the center. Maybe I should go ahead and keep the center white like that, but let's give it a fly. Oh, that looks so cool. Look at our clock. Wow. And the lightning. Oh man, you guys. Only other thing I was thinking of is making maybe a design in here. Like, I'm not sure yet. I am not calling this done because I want to make a design in the middle. Oh, shoot. I see that I didn't finish off the... Okay, I gotta go back over there. I'll see you at the bottom when I finish this off and we can look at it from the bottom. I see a couple of holes that I left, like right there. I have to fix that. Okay, I'm picking up all my dirt. And then we're gonna walk out into the darkness and look to see how this looks from a distance. Guys, this is all like, I don't really plan this and stuff. I mean, I just get ideas and I... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love that. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I do think it's a little plain, and I do think it needs a little more direction. I'm gonna direct Salty back at it. I do think that little white knob helps. In the middle. Oh, you guys. I'm in love. I do think something is still wrong with the 9 and the 8, though. It's something... There's a little too much space there. I think it needs to come... I don't know. I don't know. I counted it. My circle might have been off from Salty's, I think. You stupid jerk. Medium rift activity, which is the worst rift activity, guys. It's way worse than any of the others. Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. It definitely still needs some adjustments, but that's what I'm talking about. And then and I'm gonna make some decorations, but then there's gonna be a compass rose that's gonna go over here. You guys, just because we're moving on to a new place and 1.19 does not mean we're done with Acantha and Rainbow Rocks. We will be back here because this is where all our Bricklayers stuff. We're just going to be taking some time to go out in the wilderness, take a hiatus, do some survival stuff, and then we'll be back because I'm going to set up another teleporter when we settle in over at the new place. So we'll be back. There's still too many projects happening over here and too many good stuff. I mean, there's booze and cheese and all this stuff calling me back to Acantha. We can't miss that stuff. Okay, guys, I've been working all night and I have decided on a little design in the middle of the moon. I used a Minecraft circle generator and did a few things in here, part of which you can see. But what I'm doing is replacing the glowy block with a cheap limestone gravel or cobblestone that I can make this into a different color because each material has to be a different color. So that's what I'm doing now, and I will get back to you when I'm finished with this tedium and we will put the colors in together. Okay, you guys, this is it. I put a half moon in the middle and then I put some stars around it. Now I may move the stars a little bit because I want them to look perfect. But what we're going to do is we're going to put make the limestone in the middle there blue. So let's do that first. I do have some blue. I have buckets of paint here, of dye. And I'm going to take this. Now, I'm really hoping this works out because this is scary. I don't want to ruin my whole piece. But that should just turn the limestone blue in those areas if I click on those specific little spots. And there's our blue moon. Then what I want to do is take some of these stars and replace them with a few other, oh my gosh, all my dirt. I left my dirt downstairs. Okay, I can use these. These are easy to take down with steel. So what we'll do is we're going to put two materials in here. And I think we're going to make the stars orange and yellow. So I will put two different materials in here. So I'm going to add, I brought with me andesite and chert. And I don't know whether this is all one block, but this is. Yeah, those are the same block. So I'm going to replace these with the chert. And make that one orange. So we can put the orange in this hand right here and change that to orange. And then I'll replace this one with andesite and make this one yellow. I don't know how this is going to look far away, but we're going to test it out. Still new to this whole, as I call it, magic chisel. So there's yellow. I like that. I think that will look amazing. Okay, so let's go up and do the rest of these. Silly that I forgot my packed dirt. I usually carry a stack of packed dirt around with me everywhere I go. Okay, let's do these. Let's make this middle one orange and the other two yellow. Okay, let's fly and look at it. I've almost gone through a second Jonas paintbrush. Oh, you guys, I absolutely love it. Okay, I changed the stars a tiny bit, and I think I'm super happy with it. Of course, I might change it later once I live with it for a bit, but I'm really happy with it. I want to take one last look at it when it gets dark. Okay, guys, before we go back out to look at the clock, I want to show you what I've been thinking and read my... I did make a list. Guys, I have this notebook that I use all the time to record my episodes and titles and all that stuff. And I've been keeping track of what I want to bring. This is what I've packed so far. I made iron lanterns. I got candles, limestone, the 4 brass torch holders, and a couple of stacks of coal. Just simple for convenience. I also made a big thing of mortar downstairs that I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring all the chisel stuff. I'm going to bring some salt because I have it. I'm going to bring my armor, both my white gambeson and my metal armor, as well as the tailored gambeson I have. And of course, I'm going to repair all of it. I'm going to bring some seeds. I'm going to bring some food, some salted meat, and things like that. Guys, if you can think of something like maybe the anvil, like at least the tin bronze anvil, and lots of tools. Like I want to bring tool heads and things like that and make sure. So if there's something else that you guys can think about, that you guys think of, let me get turned around here. If there's something else you guys can think of between now and then, I'd love to hear your comments because I have time to listen to that because I'm going to go to the RA before we actually take off to go out in the wilderness with 1.19. So let me know some specific items you think I should take with us to just have a restart. We're going to like bug out, I think. You know, it's a pretend bug out when we gather everything up that we think we're going to need to survive out in the wilderness. And we've got everything at our disposal in this life. So we're going to go put ourselves back in the wilderness. Let's go look at the clock. Oh my gosh. I love it. Look at that. It is so glowy. It's kind of hard to tell the blue right here. I might like to try blue glass in there instead, glowy blue glass. Bricklayers has so many different colors you can use for colors of glass, so I think that I might want to try a blue glowy glass in there eventually, because I still want to do the compass rose on the other side. Well, guys, that's going to do it for me in this episode. Thank you so much for being here. Please let me know what you think about the clock, and next episode, we're going to go to the Resonance Archive and find that new room. Take care, you guys, and I'll see you later. Look at this beautiful clock.